3 days later, in the middle or Lear woke to see Cordelia smile at him. All the rest had been replaced by chill-like gentleness. At first, he thought he was still asleep and dreaming, but at last he realized Cordelia was real. Forgive me, I'm very old and forgetful, but aren't you my daughter? He asked. I am, said Cordelia. I know you can love me, Lear said, frowning. Your sister hates me for no reason, but you have a good reason to scorn me. How could I scorn you? Cordelia said gently. You are my father. I love you as a daughter should. She had told him so in a strong room, and he had been furious. Now Lear knew the wall of her word in her room. Lear's happiness was short-lived. Cordelia's husband was forced to return to France. In his absence, the English shrunk. The force of Albany and Cornwall joined to drive out the invaders. Regan and Goneril took part in the battle, and Emma fought at Regan's side. Regan planned to marry him, and did not know that Emma had also won Goneril's affection. He had written her in secret, offering to marry her after she had got rid of Albany. Emma had cleverly set the two sisters against each other. The French were dead and took ship for France. Lear and Cordelia were captured and sent to Edmund in Portland and keep a close watch on them until their fate had been decided. Edmund told captain of the guard. Lear was delighted. We'll be like two birds in a cage, he said to Cordelia. We'll tell the tale of the foolish of kings. Edmund leaned close to captain. Take this paper. Carry out the order written on it, and you will be rewarded. He passed him in a whisper. An hour later, the group gathered. Goneril gave Edmund a lantern look. Regan's face was ashamed, and she kept clenching her stomach. Goneril had person into her sister's wine the previous night, and it had begun to work. Albany was angry. Where are the royal person, Edmund? I ordered to be taken away, said Edmund. You had no right to give order. I'm in command here. Albany guard fed the person. As the guard marched up, Regan groaned. I'm sick, and sank to her knees. Albany ordered two soldiers to carry Regan to her tent. Then he turned to Edmund. Now the battle is over. I can turn to other matters, he said. I know that you've been sending letters to my wife, Edmund. You foolish, fishy tail. Edmund flung one of his gentle at Albany's feet. No one called me a turd. unless he is willing to find me till this, he cried. I will fight him, Lord Ben, someone said, and an armed stranger stepped forward. His face was hidden under a burst of helmet. Who are you? Edmund sneered. Someone who knows that you are cheat and liar, the stranger said. Edmund drew his sword and ran at his mistress open. The fight was brief and brief. After exchanging searing blows, Edmund trembled as he tried to strip up the stranger. He dropped his guard, and the edge of the stranger's sword bit deep into his side. Edmund fell. Save him, shouted Gonorrhea. She made to move toward Edmund, but Albany held her back. He has got what he deserves, said Albany, and so will you, Gonorrhea. I know you're planning to kill me, and I'm going to put you on trial for it. Stand like a common crown, never, shrieked Gonorrhea. She broke from her husband's gate and ran away before anyone could stop her. The stranger removed his helmet. So let Edmund can see him. Edgar, croaked Edmund. Father died of a broken heart because you spared him. Edgar said. Now he is avenged. A messenger screamed to Albany. Your wife is dead, my lord, he panted. She stabbed herself, and her sister Regan died in the same instant. A terrible cry rang out. Everybody turned their heads and saw Lear approaching, carrying Cordelia Dyke's body in his arm. Ken trailed behind. Why are you all howling in mystery? Sobbed Lear. Don't you understand? She's dead. She's never come back. He laid Cordelia down, crouching at her side, and rocked himself back and forth. Why should a dog of a rat have life, and not you? He whimpered. Albany was help. How did this happen? He asked. Edmund ordered Cordelia to be square. Ken explained. Lay hand for two near Point Cordelia. She has come back to life. No one could bring himself to say that old man's eyes were playing tricks on him. There was his heart stopped beating, and he called and Cordelia's body. The old have served most, Albany said quietly. I hope I won't have to suffer when I'm old. Sure, nobody spoke. All who heard him share the same hope. I'm a very foolish fond old man, Lear. Okay, bye-bye.